As some confessions grip your heat so fiercely that every unspoken word transforms into an insurmountable weight growing heavier with each passing moment. Today I choose to unveil the suffocating truth that has lingered within me. A secret nestled deep in my heart. The first time she touched me, I swear, my heart forgot I was married. She was supposed to care for my daughter, but instead she awakened every part of me I thought had died. It all started with a touch. A gentle brush of fingers as she handed me my daughter's bottle, and suddenly I wasn't standing in the kitchen anymore. I was floating somewhere warm. Somewhere I hadn't been in years despite being married. She didn't flinch. She didn't apologize. She just held my gaze like she has been waiting for me to finally see her. Hello everyone, welcome to Midnight Confessions, where we bring you stories that connects with the heart. But before we proceed with today's intense story, I need your help. We have noticed that the channel is losing traction, and subscribing is one of the best ways you can help us. It's quick, free, and allows us to continue bringing you great content. Your support means everything to us. Let's keep this channel growing together. Her name was Lily. She was 23. Soft curls. Bright eyes. The kind of girl who hummed love songs while folding laundry. I was just a stay-at-home dad, forgotten by a wife who didn't have time for hugs or conversation, let alone romance. My wife Monica was a surgeon. Her world was filled with codes and crises and the constant ring of hospital pagers. Mine was filled with diaper bags, preschool songs, and silence. We weren't unhappy. We were nothing. Until Lily. She came into our lives like she belonged there. Ava adored her. And me? I watched from the sidelines until one afternoon, when the rain painted the windows and the house felt quieter than usual. Ava had just gone down for a nap. I was in the kitchen rinsing bottles, and Lily was leaning against the counter, sipping tea. She always stayed a little after Ava fell asleep, said she liked to help me tidy up before Monica got home. She stared at me with this quiet softness. And then she said it. You know, I think you're the kindest man I've ever met. I paused. That's kind of you to say. No, she said, stepping closer, it's the truth. You're gentle. You care. You listen. That kind of man is rare. My throat tightened. I'm married, I said. It sounded more like a question than a declaration. She smiled sadly. I know. That should have ended it. But it didn't. We didn't touch that day except for her fingers brushing mine again, slower this time, when she handed me a towel. And the look she gave me? It stayed with me that night. And the next. I couldn't shake it. The following week, Monica didn't come home for 3 nights straight. She said there were emergencies. Surgeries. A collapsed lung. I didn't ask questions. I'd stopped trying years ago. Lily noticed the bags under my eyes. The slouch in my shoulders. One afternoon, I broke down while folding Ava's tiny clothes. I don't even know why. Lily sat beside me on the rug and didn't say a word. She just placed her hand on my back, slow, steady, grounding. And then, in the silence, I whispered, I don't think she loves me anymore. Lily leaned closer. Her breath was warm near my ear. She doesn't see you. But I do. I turned to face her and I saw it. That flicker. That ache. That something she'd been hiding behind smiles. And then it happened. Our lips met. Not rushed. Not frantic. But slow, like we were both testing if it was real. And it was. She pulled away first. "I'm sorry," she whispered. But I wasn't. Because in that moment, for the first time in years, I felt wanted. Alive. Seen. That night, I waited for Monica to come home. She walked in past 1 a.m., dropped her bag, and headed straight for the shower. No kiss. No eye contact. When I climbed into bed beside her, I stared at the ceiling, wondering how I got here, how we became strangers. And how someone I barely knew made me feel more married than the woman I'd sworn vows to. The next day, Lily came in earlier than usual. I offered her coffee. She hesitated, then walked to me instead. "No coffee," she said. And she kissed me again. Longer. Deeper. This time, I didn't stop her. But deep down, something began to twist in my chest. Guilt. Maybe. Or fear. Because secrets don't stay secrets forever. And the way Lily looked at me? It wasn't casual anymore. It was dangerous. I told myself it was just a kiss. But the way she held me afterwards, I knew I was already hers. And worst of all, I didn't want to be saved. It's terrifying how quickly something wrong can start to feel right. At first, Lily and I were careful. We stayed behind locked doors, whispered words like "just this once" or "we'll stop soon." But we didn't. Because every time her lips found mine, I lost all the reasons why I shouldn't. And every time she whispered, "I missed you," I let myself believe I deserved it. We never talked about love. It wasn't like that. Or maybe it was. One Friday afternoon, Ava was building a tower of blocks while Lily and I sat just a few feet away, pretending to watch. Her hand brushed mine again, and this time, I didn't wait for nightfall. I leaned in. She did too. We kissed with Ava in the same room. It was short, but it was reckless. That's when I realized something terrifying: we weren't being careful anymore. We were getting comfortable. And comfort leads to mistakes. That night, Monica came home earlier than usual. She kissed Ava, kissed me on the cheek like she was trying to play house, and said, "We should go out for dinner sometime next week." I blinked. "Dinner?" She nodded. "I've been busy, Ryan. But I miss you." And just like that, the guilt hit me like a car going full speed. She was trying. After years of silence, she was trying. But it was too late. Because while she was pouring wine in our kitchen, I was thinking about Lily's hair on my pillow. Her hands on my chest. Her breath against my skin. And that's when I knew I was in too deep. The next morning, I told Lily we had to stop. We were in the laundry room. Ava was watching cartoons. My heart was thudding in my ears. "This can't keep happening," I said. "Monica, she wants to fix things." Lily didn't cry. She just stared at me with those beautiful eyes and whispered, "Do you want to fix things?" I couldn't answer. Because I didn't know. She walked up to me, placed her hand on my chest, and said, "I've seen the way you look at me. That's not something you fake." I closed my eyes. "Lily, I'm scared. I didn't mean for this to happen." "I did," she said softly. "I've wanted you since the day I saw you brushing Ava's hair. I knew you were broken. And I wanted to be the one to hold the pieces." Her words shattered me. Because I knew she meant them. But I was still someone else's husband. The days that followed were quiet. No kisses. No long stares. Just awkward space. But silence has a way of screaming at you. And one rainy evening, everything unraveled. Monica was supposed to be working a night shift. I didn't even question it. Ava had fallen asleep early, and Lily had stayed late to help clean up. She was wearing one of my hoodies. Her shirt had gotten wet earlier, and it looked better on her than it ever did on me. We were laughing about something stupid, some silly game Ava made up, and I saw it again, that softness in her. That safe place I'd come to crave. And without thinking, I kissed her. This time, it wasn't rushed. It was deep. And desperate. We didn't make it to the bedroom. Just the couch. Quiet. Careful. Raw. Afterward, we laid there in silence, my hand resting on her waist. I kissed her forehead and whispered, "I wish we'd met before I got married." She smiled. Maybe we did. Just in another life. That's when I heard it. The front door. Keys. Then a voice. Ryan? Monica. Early. My heart jumped into my throat. Lily sat up, eyes wide. I shoved her hoodie at her and whispered, "The laundry room." Go. She ran, barefoot, shirtless under my jacket, while I scrambled to fix my hair and tuck my shirt back in. Monica entered the living room and stared at me. "You're sweating." I was folding clothes. She walked past me toward the hallway, straight toward the laundry room. I ran ahead. "Wait, Ava's sleeping. Let's talk in the kitchen." She narrowed her eyes. That's when she saw it. Lily's phone. Lying face up on the couch cushion. Unlocked. Open to a photo of me. Smiling. Holding Ava. A caption underneath. "He doesn't know I took this. I think I love him." Monica didn't blink. She didn't yell. She just turned to me and said, "I'm going to ask this once, Ryan. If you lie, I swear to God." I interrupted. "I'm sorry." And just like that, everything fell apart. She didn't cry. She didn't even move. She just turned, walked to the front door, and locked it from the inside. She turned back to me, her expression unreadable. "Is she here?" I didn't answer. My silence said enough. She walked down the hallway with terrifying calm, and I followed her, begging her not to cause a scene in front of Ava. But Ava was still asleep. The laundry room door creaked open. Lily stood there, shaking, wearing my hoodie and nothing underneath. Her eyes brimmed with tears. "Monica, I'm so..." "Don't," Monica said sharply. "Don't say sorry. That would mean you think you're better than this." She looked at Lily like she was filth. Then she turned back to me. "You brought her into our home. Into my daughter's life. Into our marriage. You disgust me." "Monica, please," I stepped forward, but she raised her hand. "You need to pack a bag. Now. Can we talk about this later?" "No. Not in front of Ava. I'll tell her you're visiting your brother. But after that?" She looked at Lily again. "You'll never be around my child again. If you even try, I'll bury you in court." Her voice was ice. And I believed every word. I left the house that night with a duffel bag and a heartbeat that didn't know whether to race or stop completely. Lily came with me. She held my hand in the car, but it didn't feel the same. We'd been exposed. And real life was crashing in. We moved into a small rental apartment, barely furnished, barely warm. At first, it felt romantic. Like starting over. Like being free. But reality came fast. Lily couldn't get a new nanny job after Monica made a few quiet calls to other families. My job as a freelance designer wasn't enough to cover more than the basics. We argued about groceries. We fought over bills. And the worst part? She started crying in the bathroom so I wouldn't hear. But I always did. And it broke me. Because I had destroyed everything for something I thought would feel like freedom. One night, as I stared at Ava's photos on my phone, Lily sat beside me. "I don't think I can do this anymore," she said softly. I turned to her. "I love you," I whispered. She smiled, but it was tired. "I believe you. But love doesn't pay rent. Love doesn't fix broken trust. And I can't keep living in your consequences. I chose you, Lily." She looked me dead in the eyes. "No. You chose escape." Then she got up, packed a small bag, and left quietly before sunrise. No goodbye. Just silence. I called Monica 3 days later. I begged to see Ava. Begged to talk. To fix things. She answered on the 3rd ring. "Don't come near us," she said. "You made your bed. Lie in it." Then she hung up. Months passed. I eventually got a lawyer. Fought for visitation. Got a few hours a week with Ava at a supervised center. She ran into my arms like nothing had changed. But everything had. And Lily? She never came back. No text. No emails. Just gone. Maybe she knew what I knew deep down. That we were built on stolen time. And stolen time never lasts. Now, I sit in this half-empty apartment every night, scrolling through photos of what I lost. A family. A daughter. A woman who once loved me enough to try again. All for a girl who made me feel alive, and a mistake I'll carry forever. Sometimes, the people who make you feel alive are not meant to stay. Infidelity doesn't just break hearts, it breaks homes, futures, and the people we were before the lies began. What would you have done in Ryan's shoes? Should he have told his wife earlier? Was Lily wrong to walk away? Tell us in the comments. White down pointing back hand index. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real-life inspired stories.